episode of GMS Ustream. My name is Elder Gabar, with me.
Elder Run.
And basically, you know the premise of the show, which is to bring out the Holy Scriptures, especially in these last days, because it's very important to show our people. When I say our people, I'm talking about the Israelites, so-called Negroes, West Indians, Puerto Ricans. You should know who you are by now, to show you what the Lord has said concerning you in the Bible. Now my topic tonight is going to be on the nuclear missiles. Seeing that the nuclear missiles are not too far away. And that's the instrument that the Heavenly Father is going to use to bring judgment on the so-called white man's system and 2/3 of our people, the nuclear missiles. All right, and if you're looking behind me, it says what? The end of the world. And that's what the nuclear missiles are going to bring. The end of the so-called white man's world. All right, let's start at Daniel, the 12th chapter, the first verse.
Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people.
Yeah.
And there shall be a time of trouble.
Right, there shall be a time of trouble, go on,
such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time.
Right, and the beginning of that time of trouble, we're in it right now, with the, the chip and the different race wars, skirmishes that are happening, the pestilences, martial law being declared here, sparsely, here and there. But it's going to culminate by those nuclear missiles. That's really, when those nuclear missiles hit or they're on their way, that's really going to bring that time of trouble, right? And the prophets of the Heavenly Father, they were set up to prophesy just about things like that, Like you got these phony-ass pastors, they don't talk about the nuclear missiles. They don't talk about the hell that's coming. But that's why the Heavenly Father set us up. Hold that and give me the book of Jeremiah. I believe it's Jeremiah, the 28th chapter, 28 and 9. Because we were set up to, see, we're not going to come at you and talk about nice things, or talk about new ways or smooth things. Talk about new ways to get with your wife and new ways to build up your family. We ain't in that time, man. We're in the time of judgment on the so-called white man. And the main instrument of judgment is going to be those nuclear missiles. Let's read what the prophets, the real prophets of the Heavenly Father, let's read what they are supposed to do.
Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries.
Right, against many countries. Is not America a country? So we're set up to prophesy against it. Go on.
And against great kingdoms.
And America is a great kingdom. But after the nuclear missiles get through it won't be a great kingdom. It'll be a destroyed kingdom. Go on.
Of war and of evil.
And of war. That's why you always hear us talk about the situation over there in Iran. We talk about the situation in Iraq. This is what the Lord is talking about. War. Go on.
And of pestilence.
And of pestilence. And you always hear us talk about the H1N1, the H5N1, the different kind of viruses that are out there, the forced vaccinations. It's getting critical now. It's getting to where they want you to, if you don't take a vaccination, you could lose your job. That's what we're supposed to prophesy about. Not about how to get with your wife and build up your strong family relation. We ain't in that time, man. Go on. That's it on that, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Let's go now. Let's go to Luke, the 12th chapter, and the 49th verse.
Luke chapter 12, verse 49. I am come to send fire on the earth.
Now see, he has a red letter edition Bible, and what he just read is in red, meaning the red letter edition means that these are the words that Yahushua himself spoke. So when you read it, Luke 12 and 49, read it again.
I am come to send fire on the earth.
This is what Yahushua said. He said he's come to send fire on the earth. Now, the fire is going to come from those nuclear missiles, but it's also going to come from them chariots that are coming with Yahushua. Now, hold that. Give me the book of Zechariah, the 5th chapter. Zechariah, the 5th chapter. That's the prophecy written about those chariots. When Yahushua come with those chariots, which the white man calls the so-called UFOs, those chariots are going to be shooting out fire out of them and destroying this place, along with the fire that's going to come from those nuclear missiles. Zechariah, the 5th chapter, and the 1st verse.
Okay. Zechariah chapter 5 verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes, and looked, and behold, a flying roll.
Right, the flying roll is talking about those chariots, which the white man calls a UFO. See, when Zechariah saw it, he described it as being a flying roll. Go on.
And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll.
Zechariah saw a chariot. All right, go on.
The length thereof is 20 cubits, the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
That's the point. This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. Because in the book of Revelation, the 1st chapter, the 7th verse, it says, all eyes shall see him. The him being Yahushua. What are they going to see? They're going to see the chariots. Because when Yahushua comes back, the whole planet earth is going to be covered with chariots. So it says, this is the curse. Read that part again.
This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
Right, this is the curse. So those chariots, they're coming to deliver the 1/3 of Israel, but they're also coming to destroy the so-called white man in his kingdom. So those chariots are really a curse to you, you so-called white people, and your system. You rulers up there, you elite bankers, those chariots are really a curse to you, because it's bringing destruction. Go on.
For every one that stealeth shall be cut off.
Now wait a minute, how did the so-called white man get America? He stole it. So he's going to be cut off. That's why those chariots are coming. The so-called UFOs. And you know what? The elites know that. That's why they have something called a Star Wars, what's it called? A global, it's a global something they call it.
Star Wars program.
Star Wars network. It's a global, what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? No, it's a succession, for lack of a better word, of satellites that are patrolling the earth. What are they looking for? They're looking for those chariots that are about to come. Because these elites know that these chariots are coming for their destruction. All right, go on.
For every one that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it.
So the so-called white man stole America, so he's going to be cut off. That's why those chariots are coming. Go on.
And every one that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it.
Right, and the so-called white man, he has you swear on the Bible. When you go in his court system, they give you that rant. Do you swear to tell the truth and the whole truth and nothing but the truth? So who's the one that swears? The so-called white man. Go on.
I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief.
The house of the thief is America. So those chariots are going to come to America and they're going to destroy this place. All right? And they made movies on it. A good movie to see is The War of the Worlds. All right? And then they had another movie they made, a newer version of The War of the Worlds starring Tom Cruise.